Hey Libra, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from April 4th through the 6th, 2025. This is for Libra. Last shuffle coming out for Libra. Let's see what's going on, Libra, for the weekend. So we have family, friends, and guides, and we have kindred partnership. So this tells me that your past on loved ones are speaking to you or sending messages to you over the weekend. That what may happen is this, right? It may not be directly, oh my Libra, this is your grandma from the other side. It may be in the sense of now you're really reflecting and thinking about the relationships that they had, how they handled issues, how they handled, how they communicated, how they bonded, their body language towards one another. All these things may come into play where we're saying, what were they like at home with each other? I would like to kind of understand how grandma and grandpa stayed together for 50 years or something like that. What did they want in their lives and how did they achieve it? How would they speak? How did they ask for what they wanted? What was that communication like? Because I see that kindred partnership energy would be a person who may be isolating themselves. This may be someone who's doing some deep soul searching. They may be telling you what they want, and then you're trying to figure out, how do I respond? How do we broach this subject? How do we talk? How did I see this happen before in my loved ones' lives? And these may be passed on ones because of this energy. But the passed on loved ones would be the ones perhaps that had the healthiest relationships. But then again, there may have been things that we didn't see. I see this a lot with especially grandparents and even beyond, right? But that's if you are like close to my age. If you're like in your 40s, you know what I'm saying, 50s maybe, then you had a different generation of people. In my generation, my grandparents, they had a lot of secret conversations. You didn't know what was going on. All you knew is that grandma and grandpa were together. They got along, and even when they didn't get along, they still fed each other, they still went to work, they still took care of business. They still made sure the other one took their meds, that kind of thing. No one was saying, well, it's over, I'm out. You know, and if it happened, then it happened. But majority of the time, that's not what we saw. You know what I mean? So this looks like someone communicating with the kindred partnership, Knight of Swords, Hermit. But they're communicating that perhaps something deep. They may be trying to express something about what they, based on what they've seen, based on where they've come from, what they want in the future. In the future, they want to figure out a way. This looks very deep to me. Like it looks like almost really having this deep dive conversation about how they want to conduct their life in the future, what they want their life to be like when they are older. You know, how you would want to conduct yourselves when you have, say, children or grandchildren. This is the type of grandparent I want to be, type of thing I'm seeing for some of you. Because they're giving off, when it comes to romance, that the issue is finance. But like, how am I going to finance these things? This is the type of grandparent I'd like to be. I'd like to be able to provide these things. I'd like to be able to provide certain things. But I'll also see someone communicating that they want time to themselves. And it's mostly because of finances. I'm seeing career issues or financial issues. And I see that this person, if you are wanting a soulmate, I see past unloved ones expressing that you have to ask for a soulmate. You have to call them in by positive thinking, affirmations, and prayers, meditation, setting intentions, all of these things. They say that your soulmate is already with you in spirit and that you have to really believe it, and they will manifest physically. Your past on loved ones may even say that. Like, they may have a crazy love story. Like, I dreamt of this person, I made a hope chest, and I talked about all the things I wanted in my person, and then boom, they showed up and they had all the qualities that I wrote down or something like that, right? I see that energy as well. But I also see that there's someone in your space already Kindred partnership a lot of times doesn't have to be romantic. It's someone that you have a kinship with, or some sort of bond with that transcends beyond physical. Like this could be a very, like, the best friend, like that person, that is your person, right? Like, what is it on the show? What show is this again? Grey's Anatomy. Was it Christina and Meredith? Oh my gosh, that relationship. Although their relationship was a little, what was it? They called it dark and twisty. But I loved that show because I was like, when you got somebody like that by your side, but how were they really that close? Because didn't Christina just disappear and never come back? So I'm like, I don't know. But their bond was always strong, right? But however it goes, what I see here in this kindred partnership is someone who is expressing that they need some time to think. And I feel as though they're trying to come up with ways to throw off the bonds of financial distress. Okay, I do see that. I think your past loved ones want you to know that your potential is endless and that you need to be creative with your ask. Okay, very creative. What would make you feel like you're at home? What characteristics are you looking for in a person that makes you feel like success, love, home? What is that? In order to really tap into it, there's a positive affirmation you say, like, creative energy surges through me and leads me to new and brilliant ideas. So you're open to I guess, exerting this brilliance of saying, you know what I would like to see in my personal life. For some of you, your financial issues are the problem. Some of you, it may be the career choice, or maybe you're not exactly where you want to be. That might be an issue, and that might be one constraint that keeps you from dreaming big when it comes to calling in a soulmate. Like, I can't have a love life right now. I'm broke, you know, and that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. So I see discovery with Temperance and Knight of Wands. This to me looks like someone's intention is to figure out what makes them tick, right? I feel that they want you to question why you feel so negative about finding a soulmate, or why you feel negative. You know, I mean, someone feels that way for this to be here. What is the holdup? You need to figure out what the holdup is, right? I'm seeing angel number 999, and that's usually a number of release. And they say that your current circumstances are ending, so you might take advantage of better ones right now. That's why they're ending. So it's like if you're experiencing some kind of like big change, usually with 999, they're speaking of like things coming to a conclusion, and it's very important to view your life from a series of like chapters, cycles, in order to get through it. Like, this chapter's closed. The book isn't over yet. You might discover your passion. Incorporate peach, the scent, the fruit, or the color in your life. It helps you to just breathe. Okay, it's like life can be good. I'll take whatever comes, right? There's an increase here of the World and Page of Pentacles. Some of you may be closing out a lot of cycles. I see, especially if you guys are building a home, working on your home, renovating a home, we're almost finished here, or something's going to come up that's going to render it almost done. There's an increase of elevation here, about learning more, growing more as a person. I see that a lot of you may realize that financial issues are not the cause or the problem in your romantic situation. It's that that belief used to have power over you and it doesn't anymore. The solar eclipse brought about a lot of revolution for many of us. And I'm seeing that our communities have changed. There's some kind of level of community change, which means that your friend group, your neighborhood, whatever, like that, the radius, this certain area that you live in, everything may have changed. You may notice people are maybe freeing themselves, making a way out of no way, maybe being very creative with their resources. You might notice more of an influx of things like that online. And like where they're like, if you're on a budget but you need a fireplace, we'll get these stones from out of the woods, like the kind of vibe. And they're just like, yeah, all you need is some dirt and this and that and the third. And before you know it, you've got something that looks so beautiful and it looks expensive, but you made it from river rocks at the local creek or something. There's something here about that stuff. They want you to, especially if you're looking for love, right? I'm seeing someone that would need to take 2 pieces of rose quartz and put them on the floor in the center of your bedroom, or as close to center as you can get, even if it's got to be under your bed, right? And light 2 red candles and say things like, this beautiful crystal I hold tonight, like flame with love for our delight, mine or in the person, in my person. Goddess of love, I ask of you. You don't have to say goddess of love. You can say spirit, I ask of you, right? Guide me to the path that is true, harm to none. As love comes to me, right? Then I ask, and so it shall be, or so mote it be, so be it. Whatever. You don't. It does not have to rhyme. It could be whatever, as long as you get the gist of it and you say something creative. Because I see creative energy. You say this to yourself: creative energy surges through me and leads me to new and brilliant ideas. You say these things in the way that you know it to say. Trust your intuition, be creative. You can even throw some things in the mix of that, whatever works, but that's just the basic of what you could do. It calls love in, right? Because I see you as a builder. So that there you go, like that's the bare bones of something, and build on that, right? As I see your past and loved ones telling you that all you have to do is ask and it will be. And hold fast to your standards. The High Priestess has very high standards, but there's some standards you have and you need to stick to them, right? What you want can happen. It can come to you. The person you're looking for is already in existence, but you have to be open and honest to say that's what it is that you want, and not let anything constrain you, hold you back, I guess is the best way to say that. Not your financial situation, nothing. Don't let anything hold you back. So the main signs I see here are Pisces, Capricorn, and Sagittarius, Virgo. Those are the main signs, but all of them are here. So any of them, right? If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.